your dreams trying to tell you something? Author M.B. Mosley teaches you how to decode your dreams and take hold of the manifestations that lay in wait for you in the waking realm. Now, broadcasting all over the world, it's the Dream Interpretation Podcast.
Welcome, family. Please be reminded that all dreams are not a one-size-fits-all, and that each dream may be similar, but is contingent upon each individual's waking life. I conduct dream interpretations based upon my waking life as it pertains to my journey here on Earth. As for the requests that are emailed to me, I do a general interpretation as I do not know the individual's spiritual and personal waking life. I am so excited. Welcome to Zip Baby Zip. Zip Baby Zip. That's DZIP, the Dream Zone Interpretation Podcast. Share this podcast with your loved ones, guys. I'm so excited to continually teach you all on how to do dream interpretations. I want to hear about it. You can email me at askmemory2019@gmail.com. And we are also dropping new episodes every other Wednesdays as we acclimate into this podcast. And the further out we go in the podcast, we're hoping to drop more episodes, and we're hoping to hear from your requests as well. I'm excited for that. So let's get right into it, folks. Drum roll, please. Grab your pens and paper, and 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty. Welcome back. Let's raise our vibrations. Get those frequencies up. Yes, let's go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's go. Raise those vibrations. Can you feel that? Yeah. The frequency. Raise that frequency. We're not getting started until everyone's vibrations have been raised. This earth thunder on a high frequency. Come on. Come on. Welcome back. Welcome back. I missed you too. Yes. Let's go. Floating on a high frequency, on a high vibration. Got the whole earth shattering. Yes, baby, yes. Zip, baby, zip. Hashtag DZIP. Say what? Dream Zone Interpretation Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me once again on this Dream Zone Interpretation Podcast, guys. I enjoyed getting that frequency up a couple of notches. I just felt myself vibrating at the highest vibration. A little bit too much? I think so. Alright, guys, I missed you guys so much. You know how I always do. How are you all doing? Today's a quick podcast, long overdue. We should have squeezed this in there at the earlier podcast, but it's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. So today's podcast, we are going to talk. Okay, so we've been talking about dream interpretation. We've been penciling and decoding our dreams, but now it's like, come on, ma'ams. What about the people that don't dream, right? The people that don't see anything at night? And some don't remember. But what about those that say they don't dream? How can I dream? How can I see something? I'm gonna give you a couple of tips. It's not a one size fits all. But we can learn a little bit from some of these tips, guys. Like I just said, it's not a one size fits all, but find the combination that works for you before bedtime. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? It could be, some people drink a nice cup of hot tea, a hot herbal tea before they go to bedtime. I'm gonna share with you some of the few things that I do just in preparation. I don't do these all the time, only because I enjoy dreaming every single time. But when I start to realize that my dreams are becoming a little bit all over the place, and and I just want clear focus and a clear guidance when I go to sleep, then I practice some of these little tips here that I'm about to share with you. Now listen, in the last couple of weeks it's been a little bit crazy. Okay, let me tell you something. I caught myself getting into a habit that I hadn't even done in a very long time. Yeah, I watch Netflix here and there, right? Or Hulu or whatever here and there. But I found myself watching the, don't ask me why, I don't know. I was just sitting there looking at this TV, turned it on to Netflix. And then I was watching, what is it called? Penny Dreadful. Okay? Penny Dreadful. Or is it Dreadful Penny? Penny Dreadful. Guys, somebody should have warned me about this. I was just like, what in the what is this? I mean, it's a cool show, but it's just in my soul. I felt like it was so dark. And I'm not judging. No judgy muchy here. No judgy muchy here. If you like the show, you like the show. I thought it was a cool show. But I was getting into this habit where I started to watch because I was binge watching, right? When I caught onto it. And then slowly but surely started off on the couch, right? The living room. And then the next thing I know is, okay, wait, I just want to watch one more. That's how we do it, right? I just want to watch one more. But I'm kind of tired. So I'd go out into my bed, turn it on, try to finish off where I finished watching. But you know how that goes, right? The minute one finishes, it just says, here you go, next episode. So now I'm going to sleep watching this mess. And I started having like weird, erratic dreams, guys. It was just like really dark, gory dreams I'd never had before. And I'm like, gee, I wonder why. I wonder why. Once again, like I said, ain't nothing wrong about with Penny Dreadful. If that's your show, that's your show. I'd never come into it. It's a cool show. It's just that I should not probably have been doing it right before I went to sleep. So, just like the last time when I was watching Blacklist, I had a dream about Reddington. I was like, what? Reddington was in my dreams. But that was showing me again, girl, slow down on the Netflix. Slow down on the Netflix. So, I digress. I digress, but it's one of the most important points, right? What are we watching before we go to sleep? If you do not dream, you don't remember your dreams. And actually, I should not even put do not remember the dreams and do not dream in the same category. Let's talk about specifically, because most questions like, I don't dream. I meet people that say, I don't dream. I do not dream. Everyone dreams. Sometimes it's just probably we just don't remember the minute that we get up. But, so let's think about, and not saying that what you watch before you go to bed makes you not dream. You're probably dreaming and just don't remember what you dream of from by the time you get up. Also, what was I going to say? Also, Just because you're watching something before you go to bed doesn't mean that you will have bad dreams or you will dream of what you have just watched. It's just another just precautionary if you're trying to really hone in on tapping into your spiritual dream realm. So you know who you are and what gets you comfortable, what gets you to that sweet spot in your spiritual dream realm, so you exercise that as you need. One thing that I learned over the years, guys, is that you can train yourself as well, and this happened to me when I was younger, age, but it's just like when I was younger, trying to hone in on my dreams, because I would have some nightmares and that used to terrify me. And I started to just tell myself within the dream, it's not true, it's not true, it's not true, to bring myself back, to wake myself up. So when I started to learn how to wake myself up through those horrible dreams, then I realized, you know what? Can I train myself to do other things too? So over the course of the years, I started to, it started off with that, being able to be in control of the circumstances if they turn bad in a dream. And then I started to progress to, I used to sometimes not remember, right? Everything is you're learning experiences. Then I used to, every time before I go to sleep, even today I believe in the divine, in God, and I say, God, I'll meet you in the spiritual realm, in the dream realm. Let's meet up there. Like we make a hot date out of it or something, right? I'm like, meet me over there. Let's go see let's go chop it up. But literally, I'm just always like, I'll meet you in the spiritual dream realm. Is that one sentence gonna work? I don't know. Maybe because I believe it. But that's where we go. And then over the course of the years, I had to focus on training myself to remembering the dreams. Yeah, it's all a learning process. It's not like we just come out running and dreaming and remembering and everything like that. I was like, I want to remember. So going to sleep, want to remember, want to remember, want to remember. Remember, sometimes when you dream, your subconscious is is alive now. Okay, that's why sometimes it plays images from your day's work or whatever it is that you'd have dealt with the day before, or just what you'd have watched, the way that made you feel. Okay. All right. So first things first, make sure you're in a comfortable place. You're laying in your comfortable place, comfortable position, meditation. You don't have to meditate for 100 hours. You can meditate for 5 minutes or 10 minutes to clear your mind, to completely clear your mind. You could do a guided meditation. I do guided meditations on my back when it's nighttime, bedtime. Ain't nobody got no time to sit up and do all that. I'm laying on my back, close my eyes, do my breathing techniques. Have a hard time falling asleep. I always count from 100. I try to count from 100 to 1 backwards. So I'll start off at 100, going down. I don't know where I end off at. Probably in the 80s or something like that, backwards. I don't know. It just works to put me to sleep. I have no idea. I can't tell you if it's a psychological thing or what's the magic in that. No idea. Watch what you consume before. I'm looking at my notes. Watch what you consume before you go to bed. So we talked about visually as well as internally, right? It's part of the comfort process, right? Going to bed overly full and just uncomfortable can also create a little challenge in trying to ease your way into a blissful spiritual dream realm. So here's the nitty gritty of it. Want to dream, want to remember your dreams. White sage. If everyone has their own different beliefs and cultures and so forth, you do whatever makes you happy. I utilize white dried sage, fire it up, cleanse the room, light the sucker up. Don't blow on it. You can use your hands lightly to blow the smoke around you, to wash yourself in the smoke. Uh, Depending on the weather, if you want, you could crack your window, let the spirits out, and let the cleansed spirits stay in. Whatever floats your boat. Que sera, sera. I'm just saying sometimes when I want that blissful, peaceful place, because my mind has sometimes ran wild as well. It has been hard sometimes to, especially, sometimes you might not be watching a lot of TV or things that influence you per se. Well, actually, no. Oh, well, sometimes it's not necessarily that you're sitting there watching a lot of Netflix, Hulu, and so forth, but it might be the elements of what's going on in your environment that might affect you if you're sensitive to the energies around you. For me, I know in the last, like, freaking 8 weeks or so, my energy has been all over the place. Okay, sis needs a whole alignment. I'm just like, and like that's the same. Like I say, it's not necessarily sitting down watching, binge watching TV and regurgitating it in your dream, but it's the energy that's around me that makes me really sensitive to that. So, sage is on deck. Let's see. Want to dream? Sage your room, cleanse your room, pray over your room. I utilize 100% eucalyptus oil that I rub at the bottom of my feet. Remember, when you buy your oils, just check to see what the percentage of the oils are. As oils have become so popular, you're finding some vendors that sell you a bottle that will say eucalyptus oil, and it will have 1% eucalyptus oil in it and the rest of that gunk in there. So I personally, like I said, use 100% eucalyptus oil. I go to specific stores for that. I personally go to they're known as Asian markets out here where I'm at, and not necessarily they're Indian Asian markets, I should say. Those, but they'll have the title that says Asian market. I know that India is in Asia, but I'm just saying what the title says on the shop. Okay, I didn't make it up. They did. But that's where I go and get my 100% eucalyptus oil. So I like to rub that at the bottom of my feet. White sage in the room. Create a clean atmosphere. Clean atmosphere in your sleeping space. Now remember that when you're going to lay down, go to sleep, you've saged your room, you've put your eucalyptus at the bottom of your feet. Sometimes I apply it on my hands and so forth, but whatever. And if you sleep with music, find your music, your frequencies, find your healing frequencies, calming frequencies, whatever it is that you sleep with. Meditate, breaths, count from 100 to 1. If you're having a hard time falling asleep, the concept is to clear your mind. So it's definitely just like meditating when you're trying to dream or get into the spiritual realm. I had to come back on and add this in here in the process of clearing your mind. Disclaimer, I do also understand that some people are on certain types of prescription medication and or over-the-counter medications, and sometimes these can have adverse reactions as it pertains to perhaps dreams, having dreams. Certain types of dreams sometimes manifest as with certain types of prescription pills. However, that is not a negative thing, and I am not saying stop taking your medication. I'm simply stating this to say that also understand this if you are on prescription medications and or over-the-counter medications and you're having a challenging time tapping into the spiritual dream realm. We'll highlight in details as we peel the onions, the layers of this onion. Peel the orange. Let's just peel an orange. Why the onion? Why is it gotta be an onion? All right, so because the reason why we'll visit some areas is simply because we have some people that don't remember their dreams. So we could go into some of those home remedies. Once again, guys, this is all about anything. It's everything and anything with your body and your muscles and everything that has to do with you, right? When you start riding, when you learn how to ride a bike, you got to keep riding it to get better at it. Then you become a pro, and then you're riding without your hands on the handlebars because you are a pro. But but you get the point. You get the point. So you literally can actually train yourself to go into the spiritual realm. You got to create a relaxing atmosphere for yourself and take yourself there. Sometimes it's about taking yourself there. It's no different than if some of you have ever visited your future self, right? So same concepts. You can literally, you are creator. You have a creator within you. You're a creator. You literally can manifest that presence of yourself into the spiritual realm. You can train yourself to remember, to tell yourself, I want to remember my dreams. I want to remember my dreams, because there was a point in time where my dreams would come and go, and some of them I wouldn't remember. I'd remember in glimpse. It was kind of like, not like deja vu, but it was like, wait, man, I dreamt about, what was I doing again? And then I started getting irritated by it because it was something that I knew I needed to know, or, so just started training. I want to remember the dreams. 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 You can do a couple of chants, whatever it is, like I do. Meet me at God. Meet me in the spiritual realm. Meet me in the spiritual realm. That's what sometimes I say, And definitely, you could say your prayers. You could say whatever it is you say, your seances. I'm just kidding. Whatever it is you say, you could say in your room by yourself or with your loved one. Just create a positive atmosphere, an element, a welcoming element and positive atmosphere. Don't go to sleep with candles on. I just want to if you want to light the candle and then switch it off, that's before, blow it out. Oh, don't fall asleep on it, but create that environment in your sleeping space. And let me see what else on my list. Remember, in creating that positive, welcoming, and inviting atmosphere for your transition into the spiritual dream realm, it also goes and boils down to your personal energy. I know that some things are beyond our controls, if you've just received bad news before you go to sleep, and or if somebody has just upset you and so forth. These could all be triggering points for your energy. So understand, as much as it is important to creating an atmosphere of positive and welcoming and inviting energy, it is also as important as to preserve and or kind of protect your personal energy before you go to sleep, because sometimes these can manifest themselves into like ugly, horrible dreams. Trust me, I speak from experience. Going to bed angry, had very horrible dreams. So over the course of the years, I have been learning as well as into trying to put my energy, my inner energy in check, and really just letting go and letting flow. All right, so discuss with you some of my few basics. I do like a cup of tea, maybe an hour or two before I go to bed, but it's not a necessity for me. I just like cup of tea here and there, all right, let me see what else. I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, so we talked about what we watch, what we consume internally and externally. White sage, 100% eucalyptus at the bottom of the feed. If you like a cup of tea, a cup of cocoa before you go to sleep. Create your atmosphere, cleanse your atmosphere, whether you're praying over your room. Your room is your sanctuary, right? And you want to invite the positive energy in. And remember, what you say with your mouth is what you invite. Invite it in. I invite you in positive energy. I invite you into my sleeping space. It's no different than me I'm always like, God, I'll meet you in the spiritual realm. That's it. I'm inviting. Invite the energy into your space. Into your space. I use other than eucalyptus oil at the bottom of my feet, some of my favorite oils are jasmine, um, jasmine oil, and sometimes I use a little bit sweeter essential oils, but not necessarily before I go to bed. Just some of the oils I use to rub on me, not necessarily before I go to sleep. Just what I use on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, that's it, guys. Other than that, with intentionality, you will get there. You will start remembering your dreams. You will start getting your dreams. Just prepare yourself to go to sleep with intention to dream, with intention to be in the spiritual realm. Here's another thing. Here's another fun thing to do, right? As you train yourself to get into the spiritual realm, I like asking questions. When I lay down and I have a conundrum going on, I lay down. Should I say yes to that offer tomorrow, or should I say no? Should I say yes to that offer tomorrow, or should I say no? Should I say yes to that offer tomorrow? Should I say no? A couple of times I say it, I repeat it to myself, go to sleep. Do I get an answer? Sometimes I don't. But sometimes I do dream of things around that. And sometimes I just wake up with that feeling. Yeah, I could say yes to it. I feel confident about that decision. We covered it all. Let me know. AskMemory2019@gmail.com. Once again, remember, creating an inviting atmosphere, a cleansed atmosphere, whether you're praying in it, sage in it, oil in it, whatever it is, and using the power of your tongue to invite the positive energy in your sleeping space, into your atmosphere. Everything positive, nothing different from if you manifest, if you verbally manifest, if you're a person that verbally manifests, if you're a person that verbally does the verbal affirmations, no different than that. Except this time you're going into your spiritual sleeping / dream realm. Love you guys that match. What was that? Match. Love you guys that much. Have a good night and happy.
For God speaks in one way and or in two. Though man does not perceive it, he speaks in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on men while they slumber on their beds. Happy dreaming.